Welcome to Quays News. I'm Benny Fidamore.
And I'm Dan Giles. Coming up on the show today.
Sport England have partnered up with UK Active to create safer spaces for women to exercise.
Metrolink upgrades are set to bring disruption to the trams across Manchester.
We'll hear about how technology could be used to keep young people interested in reading.
There's been backlash to plans to build a new skyscraper from residents and councillors.
Ryan's visited a local music venue to enjoy a taste of Canada.
Big Brother star Emma Morgan has launched her own theatre production company.
And we celebrate 40 years of Mario. And first, do you enjoy exercise? I find exercise a way of keeping myself well, but that's not the case for a lot of women, as they often feel unsafe in the gym.
However, change is coming. UK Active have recently extended their guidance to their Safer Spaces to Move resource hub for leisure facilities to improve women's safety.
Rose Courtine explores more.
Exercise. It's a fundamental part of our lives and is crucial for a healthy lifestyle. 42% of women have faced harassment or intimidation in a gym or leisure facility. However, initiatives are being rolled out to help combat these problems. Last week, UK Active and This Girl Can released a guide to help the fitness industry tackle harassment for women in the workout environment. With 11.5 million people a member of a health and fitness club, it's important that these policies are in place to make sure that women feel safe. I spoke to Agni from David Lloyd Gyms to see what they have in place for women's safety.
We as duty managers offer the overall support for people that feel that they want to share anything that concerns them, or if they have any struggles during the visit at the gym.
The UK Active Guide includes an operator handbook and staff training modules for any fitness or leisure operator. However, while gyms are the most popular exercise space, there might be a different answer to building confidence for women when working out. Salford's award-winning You First Fitness. It's an outdoor fitness and personal training service, and I spoke to co-owner Sarah to find out more.
The First Fitness Society was created by myself and my other half Anthony around 8 years ago now. So we came up with an idea that we wanted to bring a community of local people together, all from different backgrounds, different ages, different starting levels, but the main thing that brings everyone together and unites them as a community is that love for movement, being outdoors, getting out in the fresh air, and really supporting and encouraging each other to thrive.
So it's the whole community who care for the safety of each other.
So firstly, we are completely community driven, so all these guys look out for each other. Obviously we're in a public park, lighting isn't always the best, especially when we're in the winter when nights get a little bit darker, so we bring all our own lighting out, and then we have kind of a buddy system, so if anyone's walking to and from sessions, no one's left to walk through the park by themselves. We have some members that will lift share because they come from a kind of a similar area, and really we just have a general consensus that we all take care of each other. We're a community and that's what's most important.
Whilst this is one answer, I spoke to regular gym goer and member of staff at David Lloyd, Amelie, to hear what she wants to see put in place to help women feel more confident and safe.
There could maybe be a separate part of the gym that's just for ladies, where it can be like an introduction so they know how to use the equipment, they feel more relaxed and less intimidated by the gym itself, because walking into the gym for your first time can be quite intimidating and scary, but as I said, the more I've gone and got to go there, I feel more confident within myself and being in the gym.
Rose Courtine, Quays News.
Last week it was announced that transport across Greater Manchester will be interrupted from the 30th of March, with changes to the tram timetables.
The Metrolink is set for upgrades until 2027, starting at the end of March. Our reporter Will Valentine is here in the studio to tell us more. So Will, what's taking place?
Yeah, there's big and significant changes all across the Metrolink. £150 million of maintenance and improvement investment, mainly on the old tracks in the city centre. To make this happen, timetables are changing from the 30th of March. The Metrolink runs every 6 minutes during rush hour now and every 12 minutes outside. This is changing to every 7.5 minutes inside rush hour and 15 outside. from the 30th of March. Trams will not be as frequent. As a result, the majority of works are taking place over weekends and Easter bank holiday specifically.
What lines will be impacted during the upgrades?
Yeah, so the last 2 Sundays in March, there'll be no trams through Victoria. Replacement buses will take up the strain between the stops. Across April, every weekend, apart from the 18th and the 19th, will be affected, and the Ashton line will be significantly affected. That passes through Media City just outside our studios, down to the Etihad campus. In May, the Victoria line in Rochdale, the Victoria line to Rochdale, will have its tracks replaced alongside work in Piccadilly Gardens, and that'll take place on Monday the 25th to Friday the 29th of May. So if you do plan to travel across the next few months, look ahead, use the B Network app or TFGM for more live updates.
Brilliant, thank you, Will. And Dan, do you use the trams to get here most days?
I'm actually a big fan of the trams. I think if the links are disrupted, I'm either just going to be doing a lot more walking, or I'll end up just taking the bus, hopefully.
And thankfully, it's not including the 18th and the 19th of April, because that is the Manchester Marathon weekend and lots of tourists in the city. So we need those trams working perfectly that weekend.
Well, thanks again, Will. Since World Book Day, questions have been raised over what entices young people to read once the costumes go away.
In an age of doom scrolling and short attention spans, a Manchester Met student believes technology could actually be the answer, as Rachel Conway reports.
Technology is often given as the reason why only
Beautiful,
18% of 8 to 18-year-olds read daily in the UK. One student in Manchester is trying to change this narrative using technology to make books cool again.
Hi, I'm Martha. I run an Instagram page called Martha Reads Sometimes, and yeah, I just love talking about books online. So this is my book Instagram. I have a little introduction here, and just post whenever I feel like it, whenever I finish a book. I definitely think that the internet is helping with reading and making it cool again. I know that when I was younger it definitely wasn't cool, but I've managed to grow myself a 1,000 person following in just a couple of months, just based off what was originally just tracking my own goals and tracking what I'd been reading and starting to be slightly more critical. And I've managed to find myself a community of people who actually want to listen to what I've got to say, and yeah, I definitely think that it's been helpful.
Martha hopes she can utilise technology for the better of books, but are young people not reading?
I'll read like online news about like football, but like not really books.
Yeah, I don't read much. I just feel like there's not too much. I don't find sitting down and reading a book very interesting anymore.
It's like I said earlier, we need to make reading cool again. I think I'm cool, you know, like I think it's so cool that I can read 40 books in a year and experience all of these different lives and build my empathy and everything like that. And yeah, I just think that it's something that we need to be proud of and not something that should be almost like hidden. So yeah, posting about it to give it more exposure and make other people realise that it's cool to read.
A £1 billion skyscraper project at the north of the Regent Retail Park has been making progress after being approved by Salford City Council last November. The project is estimated to begin construction next year, but it also has faced a lot of criticism from the residents and local councillors.
Our reporter Alex Pennington has the details. So Alex, how large is the scale of this project?
Well, this is undoubtedly a huge project, Benny, at a massive scale, with approximately 3,300 homes planned to be built across 10 towers, which will take up to 2.5 acres of land, and the largest tower could be up to 78 stories high. As a result, this makes it the largest skyscraper potentially in the UK outside of London. As a result, the project is estimated to take a decade to complete.
So if construction isn't taking place until next year, what sort of progress is being made right now?
Well, Jay Squire, who's the managing director for the company, stated that they're still in the planning phase, but that they've spoken to the council and that they've addressed challenges and concerns about the scheme. But the company have a good relationship with the council, who are committed to working with them in order to make this development a success.
And what challenges are the company facing in the development of this project? What are the criticisms?
Well, residents are worried that roads and local services would find it challenging to cope under such a different environment. Hundreds of people have submitted objections to Salford City Council, and MP Rebecca Long-Bailey has pushed for the plans to be rethought or thrown out entirely, stating that a mass increase in people in the area would require extra health and school services. There's just too many questions left unanswered. Despite these criticisms, though, the project is still likely to start development next year, and any concerns will once again be addressed by the council.
Thank you very much, Alex. Now, with 2 Canadian bands on British soil for the first time, our reporter Ryan Dennis visited Rebellion to see what the hype is all about for these young musicians.
Manchester's music scene has always been a defining aspect of the city. On Tuesday night, 2 Canadian bands made the 4th stop on their UK tour in Deansgate.
I'm here at Rebellion in Deansgate to see Canadian band Passion Mango performing their first UK tour. They're being supported by Manchester band Hospital Radio and fellow Canadians Tiger Really.
Manchester-based band Hospital Radio were the first up of the night, playing a short punk-inspired set that warmed up the crowd for the 2 bands that followed. Up next were the young Canadian band Tiger Really, whose energetic and emotive music had the crowd jumping around during one song and standing quietly listening during the next, especially during the song Foal, where the band left the stage, leaving singer Liam alone with just his guitar. I spoke to the band after their gig to talk to them about their performance and their music.
For me, it's like the songs mean so much to me, and I feel like when the crowd brings the energy and they bring like, I don't know, like a good vibe to the show, then, you know, that kind of fuels us a bit more too. So I don't know, it's also just fun to like jump around and like, you know, play the guitar really hard.
Yeah, definitely feed off the energy of the crowds, I would say.
Yeah. It's sort of my project in the sense that I write and record all the songs. And when we met, I already had a bunch of songs ready to go. Like, I think like after Rise of Spring, our first EP came out, was when I like sort of got everyone together.
To close the night, headliners Passion Mango took to the stage with the tough task of attempting to match the performance their Canadian counterparts put on just before. Bringing huge energy, the band had the crowd jumping up and down to their indie rock inspired songs, with their love for their music evident through the band's dynamic set. As the night ended, 2 of Canada's up and coming bands had clearly gained a new following from those in the venue that night. Ryan Dennis, Quays TV.
Thank you very much for that, Ryan. You were there, weren't you, Benny?
I was actually at that gig, and I thought Tiger Lily were really, really good, the support act. Actually, I would argue that they were better than Mango Passion, the main act. So a really, really good night at Rebellion.
Oh, lovely to hear. Now, with Manchester increasingly becoming a hub for more media, more arts have moved to the city, and Big Brother contestant Emma Morgan has begun her own new venture. What can you tell us about this, Chanel?
So Big Brother star Emma Morgan has branched out and began her own production company last month under the name NMD Productions. And yesterday she announced tickets for the company's debut show, Bad Habits, that will be performed in our very own King's Arms in Salford. And she herself lives in Altrincham, so I think it's really nice to see her putting something back into the Manchester community rather than taking it to London.
I mean, we've been quite fortunate recently. I mean, we had the Brits last weekend. It's always nice seeing these events coming up north.
Yeah, so much more action. And the theatre production is also going to be part of the larger Greater Manchester Fringe Festival, running on July 31st and then showing in the King's Arms from the 5th of August. It's set to be an irreverent comedy combining the likes of Sister Act and Ocean's 8. I spoke to Emma yesterday and she was really keen for the show to do well, as prior to being on Big Brother, she has had cameo roles in other TV shows such as Coronation Street and Hollyoaks, but nothing really took off. Interestingly, she also said that Big Brother hadn't really had any acting offers coming off the back of it, or brand deals, which many of the people on the show did expect to get.
And why do you think this is?
While speaking to Emma, she said she believes because reality stars have less credibility and the public would question why she has now got more acting roles coming off the show. And she told me she thought that Big Brother had affected her chances of developing her professional career further. However, Emma did used to be a page 3 glamour model in the 90s and worked in the glamour industry for 12 years, which she has put towards developing her career in aesthetics company in Altrincham. So she's managed to make it work, and we'll have to see what the box office stats are in the summer.
Thank you, Chanel. Tuesday marked the 40th anniversary for the Super Mario Bros. Release in the UK. Despite the first game dropping back in 1986, the Super Mario franchise continues to have a lasting impact on UK pop culture. Our reporter Austin went around Manchester to find out more.
Tuesday marked National Mario Day, celebrating the 40th anniversary of the release of the original Super Mario Bros. Game. The character, known today as Mario, first appeared in 1981 in a game called Donkey Kong made by Nintendo. However, dedicated fans knew Mario before his time as a plumber. At his creation, Donkey Kong portrays Mario as a carpenter named Jumpman. Then, in 1986, Nintendo launched a new game in which evil Jumpman reinvents himself into an Italian plumber who rescues princesses. With over 210 million copies of the Mario game series being sold, Mario ranks as one of the most popular video games of all time. Mario has evolved into a global franchise, delving deep into the gaming industry, from the Game Boy to the DS to the most recent addition to Nintendo's vast console list, the Switch 2, when one can enjoy many editions of Super Mario. To celebrate the day, Nintendo released a final trailer of the sequel to the Super Mario movie, which will take inspiration from the Mario Galaxy games, with newly added character Yoshi being voiced by Donald Glover.
It's quite a nostalgic thing. Mario, I think, is carried on for so many generations. And I think families who played it 20, 30 years ago or saw the previous films and TV shows just want to show their kids the same thing.
And if you're not a film fan, you can still enjoy all there is to offer from Mario, like building the many Mario Kart inspired Lego sets, or, if you are a Mario Kart enjoyer, you can do it for real at Chaos Karts, which is located next to the Science and Industry Museum on Grape Street.
I think because it's so simple and accessible and it's fun, and they've been consistent with what they've produced, really. And again, that nostalgic feeling people have from all those years ago, they just want to get that back. And it's helped them with their success, and even things like branching out into films, TV shows, games, like different products, that helps them quite a lot.
It's safe to say Mario has, is and will be an icon in the gaming history. For gamers everywhere, it's a chance to celebrate one of the many icons that shaped the gaming industry. Austin Camacho Duran, Quays News.
And that's everything for today. Thank you for watching Quays News.
Goodbye.
Day marked